AFA Reaction Videos, where we react to everything theme park. Hey, I'm Chris, and this is AFA Reaction Videos. And today we're heading out west. That's right, we're heading over to Disneyland there to check out, and I've never checked this out, and I'm a big fan of the Hall of Presidents down there at Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World, but I have never reacted, or I've never got to Disneyland either, to Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. So I wanted to do a reaction video to this. Before we get started, this video was done by Stepping Into Magic, so go check them out. That's the only way you're going to be able to see this video in full size, and check out all the other stuff they did. Everything they've got over there has to do with Disney, so I'm sure you'll love it. And if you like what they're doing, please subscribe to them as well. But before we get started, or what are we waiting for? I don't know. Before we get started, what are we waiting for? Let's go ahead. Let's get started to reacting to Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln there in Disneyland. All right, heading into the theater here. It does give me some feelings of the Hall of Presidents. So, I'm going to try not to talk through any of the important parts, but I will probably talk about different stuff. So, yeah. So they said the first human audio animatronic figure was presented in this show. I think since then he's probably been updated. All right, here goes the show. The lights should be dimming here pretty soon, I would say. Hear a beeping for some reason. I hope it's not too loud.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to Great Moments.
I know that voice. That's the ghost host. Wow. So getting to see this work around with different pictures of it around the United States. There's the Statue of Liberty. All right.
This was the American dream, the prayer for the future. But that golden goal was not to be had without cost.
I love the different paintings in this. It looks amazing.
It was not gained in a day. It was born in adversity, forged out of conflict, perfected and proven only after long experience and trial. In all of history, no man was dedicated to this dream more.
Wow.
And the 16th President of these United States, Abraham Lincoln. During his
I remember seeing
own
like pictures like this, like whenever you would open up your history book in school, and they'd have pictures like this in there.
outside Illinois knew very much about this man from the prairie.
I was born February 12th, 1809, in Hardin County, Kentucky. My father removed from Kentucky to what is now Spencer County, Indiana,
Yep.
in my 8th year. It was a wild region, with many bears and other wild animals still in the woods. There I grew up. I was large for my age, and had an axe put into my hands at once. And from that to my 23rd year, was almost constantly handling that most useful instrument. I think that the aggregate of all my schooling did not amount to 1 year.
Wow.
At 21, I came to Illinois. Thought of trying to study law. Rather thought I could not succeed at that without better education.
So I wonder if he stayed in Indiana from the time that he was 8 to 21 before he went to Illinois, is what he's saying.
In 1854, the law profession had almost superseded the thought of politics in my mind. When the repeal of the Missouri Compromise aroused me as I had never been before. What I have done since then is pretty well known. If any personal description of me is thought desirable, it may be said I am in height, 6 feet 4 inches, nearly.
Wow. That was probably pretty tall back then, too.
Weighing on an average 180 pounds, dark complexion, with coarse black hair and gray eyes, and no other marks or brands recollected. Yours very truly, A. Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln became president faced with the terrible threat of civil war, a thing he dreaded, yet a calamity he was prepared to meet if he must.
Without you, the Constitution is only a piece of paper. I know there is a God.
This is one president probably had more pressure on him than any other president.
I see the storm coming. I know his hand is in it. If he has a place, work for me. And I think he has. I believe I'm ready. And with God's help, I shall not fail.
April 12, 1861, Fort Sumter. The cannon spoke for war. Civil war, violent,
Right.
devastating. Now had come the reckoning, the supreme test that would decide whether a republic founded on liberty could survive the terrible strife of men's passions.
Two brothers on their way, two brothers on their way, two brothers on their way.
I feel like I've seen this part before, so I'm wondering if they've used this there at Magic Kingdom, whether for the Hall of Presidents, or if they've used it over at the American Adventure.
One was gentle, one was kind. One was gentle, one was kind. One came home, one stayed behind. A cannonball don't pay no mind. A cannonball don't pay no mind. If you're gentle.
It's just hard. It would be hard to believe about war that close. because we don't have that here in America like we did back then. Wars so close or invasions on us.
Fourscore and 7 years ago,
Gettysburg Address.
our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation, or any nation so conceived and so dedicated, can long endure.
10 brief sentences.
Wow.
So simple, so direct. Abraham Lincoln had not expected his words to live beyond their temporary moment. But time and history would dictate otherwise. And so today, his Gettysburg Address is immortal, a rich and treasured part of our country's heritage.
This was so amazing.
We pay tribute
He was such an amazing man.
to a man who lived a century ago, but to an individual who lives today in the hearts of all freedom-loving people. His prophetic words are as valid for our time as they were for his.
Oh, wow.
And now, the skills of the sculptor and the talents of the artist will let us relive great moments with Mr. Lincoln.
Oh, wow. I didn't know he stood.
The world has never had a good definition of the word liberty. And the American people just now are much in want of one.
Huh.
We all declare for liberty. But in using the same word, we do not all mean the same thing. What constitutes the bulwark of our liberty and independence?
Wow, the movements look amazing.
It is not our frowning battlements, our bristling sea coasts. These are not our reliance against tyranny. Our reliance is in the love of liberty, which God has planted in our bosoms. Our defense is in the preservation of the spirit which prizes liberty as a heritage of all men, in all lands, everywhere. Destroy this spirit, and you have planted the seeds of despotism around your own doors. At what point shall we expect the approach of danger? By what means shall we fortify against it?
Wow.
Shall we expect some transatlantic military giant to step the ocean and crush us with a blow? Never. All the armies of Europe, Asia, and Africa combined could not by force take a drink from the Ohio or make a track on the Blue Ridge in a trial of 1,000 years. At what point, then, is the approach of danger to be expected? My answer, if it ever reaches, it must spring from amongst us.
Right.
It cannot come from abroad. If destruction destruction be our lot, we ourselves must be its author and finisher. As a nation of free men, we must live through all times, or die by suicide. Neither let us be slandered from our duty by false accusations against us, nor frightened from it by the menaces of destruction to the government, nor of dungeons to ourselves. Let us have faith that right makes might. And in that faith, let us to the end dare to do our duty as we understand it.
Wow. Huh. Just the way he sat down, I mean, it looks so real. There goes the curtains. Oh, I didn't even notice that his monument popped up back there in the background. Wow. Wow, that was amazing. Oh, look at the eagle up on, yeah, the projections up on the wall with the eagle flying around. That's pretty cool. So, wow. I really, that was amazing. The animatronic looked amazing. I mean, I from the way it looked, I mean, I wasn't there myself, but you would feel like you were actually in a room with Abraham Lincoln himself. I love this. A lot of stuff, same as the Hall of Presidents. Some of the music and everything like that. Wow, just amazing. I loved it. So, I didn't expect it to be that good. But I knew it was going to be good. But once again, remember the video was done by Stepping Into Magic. Go check them out. Their link will be in the top description. I'll also be putting a card up here. I don't know when because YouTube puts it whenever it wants. But throughout the video, there'll be a card there that you can click and take you directly to their channel where you can see this video in full size or anything else they've done. But that's going to do it. Thank you guys for reacting to great moments with Mr. Lincoln there in Disneyland with me. And I hope to catch you on the next AFA reaction videos. We'll see you later. I hope you have a good day. Bye.